This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome to the Dallas Community Tax Center's Tax Time Savings Conversation webinar. I am Amanda Arizola, Assistant Director of the Dallas Community Tax Centers, and today we'll be covering a brief history of foundation communities, our savings options, including split refunds, savings bonds, and our Dallas Saves program, as well as some key messages for you to glean and help your clients as we're preparing their tax return. Foundation Communities was founded in 1989 and currently owns 23 properties in Austin and North Texas. The Dallas Community Tax Centers opened in 2009 and has since prepared more than 96,000 tax returns, returning $23.5 million in tax preparation fee savings for individuals and families. The average cost of tax preparation can range anywhere between $50 to $800. And for the majority of our clients, 19% of their total annual income comes from this one-time tax refund. And this is why we put an emphasis on savings for individuals, because we want to be able to help our clients stretch out those dollars throughout the entire tax year. And this is one of the reasons that we piloted the Dallas Saves program, to be able to do that and offer them incentives at the end of the year. We'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of this webinar. So in order to be able to talk to your clients about savings conversations, our taxpayers are always open and receptive to hearing new ideas on savings. And as you gain experience, this becomes a little bit easier. One of the examples in talking to clients about savings is very simple. When you ask them about their tax refund and give them the great news of the amount of refund that they're receiving back, you can use the example on this slide that states, I see you are receiving, let's say, $4,500 back on your tax return. Have you thought about putting about $1,000 away for emergency savings? You can do this through our various programs, which include splitting your refund, purchasing a savings bond, or participating in our Dallas Saves account. Let's go ahead and talk about split refunds. And when we mention split refunds, we mean literally that an individual can take a portion of their tax refund and put that amount in both a checking and savings account. They can do this through various ways, and they are not limited to just those two accounts. Should they have an additional account, I believe it's up to 4 accounts that they can go ahead and split those refunds in there. One of the great things is that allows them to be able to split that refund is especially for emergency savings. We know from national information and reporting that a savings account of as little as $250 can help a family smooth over any inconsistencies that life throws at them. This could be if they have something that happens mechanically with their vehicle. That $250 can keep them out of that payday lending debt cycle. So this is one of those options with the split refund that allows people to think about those things, and also allows them to utilize their tax refund and how they are wanting to spend their money, but also putting additional funding away into a savings account. This can be accomplished through information that is found on Form 8888, which you'll learn more about in your tax training as you go through. Additionally, always remember that your site coordinators, intake specialists, and all staff members are here to help you with these situations. So if you are talking to a client and they are interested in savings, you can always contact your site coordinator and any staff person to be able to help you with that Form 8888 to make sure our clients are getting what they need. The second type of savings opportunity that we have is a savings bond. And these are government-backed bonds that come in like a paper check for individuals, but they're nominal amounts, usually either $50 or $100, that come to the individual that they can hold on to for a number of years, and it accrues a small amount of interest with that. This again can be purchased through Form 8888, which you'll learn more in your training opportunities as a tax preparer. And these savings bonds are typically great starter savings options for our clients. One of our clients has been coming to our tax centers for a number of years, and she purchases one $100 savings bond for each one of her children. And her intention with that is to be able to give her children these additional savings bonds at the point of their high school graduation so that they can begin their college journey with some starter cash, as well as putting a little bit of interest. These savings bonds are just a different way to be able to save money that is not in a bank, that is put away for a could be used for a rainy day, but there are some additional options with that, but are really to be able to use for either education, vacations, future, retirement gifts, things that when we put these items, and individuals can give these as gifts as well, it is that emotional pride and ability and being able to give a savings bond and saying that they have the belief in them that they can accomplish their particular goals. So that's what a savings bond can do. Not only is it just the value of the savings bond, but it's the belief behind that in their children and their future, that they will be able to rise those to the occasions and also be able to give them additional funding to be able to do that. Our third option is our Dallas Saves program, which is a tiered match incentive account. And what that means is that an individual taxpayer will come into the tax center, set up an appointment to open a savings account with our partner, Greater Texas Federal Credit Union. And they're going to commit to splitting their refund and placing an amount of their tax refund into the savings account. And what we'll be doing is we'll monitor on a quarterly basis those particular individuals on their balances. And at the end of the year, they will receive a match based upon the amount of money that is in that savings account. The reason that we'll monitor those balances is to see whether they are going to save additional funding, which they get a congratulations call from us, or to see if they've dipped down into their emergency funds and to see if we need to be able to offer them additional financial resources. And this is done just on a quarterly basis, so they'll receive 3 phone calls or text from one of the staff members. And it's pretty simple to be able to open a savings account with us. They will set up an appointment for us to be able to open that savings account. They will then get their taxes done at any one of our tax centers and split that refund, again with Form 8888, which you'll learn later. And then they deposit that money into their account. And throughout the year, they can continue to deposit or withdraw money as necessary, because this is an emergency savings account. We know things happen throughout the year, and we want them to be able to do that. We also want to provide them the resources, and that's where they'll get the calls from one of our staff members if there are other financial resources that we can help them with. Again, at the end of the year, they'll receive the match reward. So if they receive $50 to $249, they receive $50. $250 to $499, they'll receive $100. And anything above $500 will match at $200, which is a 40% return. And at the end of the year, we also will have a celebration for them, because we understand that savings is hard. We want to be able to celebrate those individuals who have been able to save. And we also want to be able to see how they're doing and give them a certificate, give them a hug, and enter them potentially in a second year into the Dallas Saves program. Other options, key messages to be talking to your tax clients. as you go through in the tax refund is ways that individuals latch on to savings. Usually those conversations can be around children's savings accounts, savings for emergencies or vacations, and splitting those refunds into different types of emergency accounts. Additionally, once a person starts saving, then they're more than likely to continue saving. So savings can become easy after this process. So we want to talk to them about that as well. If you're interested in other types of financial education to be able to outreach while you're talking to your tax preparers, give me a call, send me an email. We can talk about other ways to talk to clients about savings and financial education options, budgeting, holiday options. If you see things within their tax return that they could probably tweak, we can talk about that and how to make those conversations easier. Additionally, we have some online videos from our partners at Prosperity Now that will be available to you at this link. The link will be linked down below as well. There are 4 videos that are under 3 minutes that have beginning starter conversations so that you can see how an ideal situation would go. Additionally, each one of your site locations will have a table of savings materials and a wall of savers, things and items that you can always utilize when talking to your clients about their tax preparation and savings options. So be able to get with your site coordinator and tech specialist about that. Additionally, if you have not joined us on our social media at Dallas CTC, either on our Facebook or Twitter pages, please go ahead and join us because we do have some tax tips on there as well as other savings related information that you can share out that are great little tips to know. And as always, if you need any information, and we want to thank you for being one of our amazing volunteers, and we are going to have a wonderful tax season. But if you need anything, our contact information is there, and have a great season. Thank you.